What is up, everybody? Happy Saturday. It is September 27th, 2025. Great to be alive here on the Flex Zone podcast. Only place giving you sports how you want it, when you need it. The NFL season is in full swing. We are now in week 4. Great slate of college games going on throughout the day as well. But we have to get ready, as I mentioned, for the week 4 showdown as the Baltimore Ravens travel to Arrowhead Stadium, a place of horrors, a house of horrors where they have not been very successful, have not won there since 2012. We're going to preview the game. We're going to break it all down, but I could not do this alone. Very special, illustrious guest repping that Chiefs Kingdom. Join me, but make sure you vote on the poll. Let us know who you have winning. You can super chat us, hit the Cash App, hit the email, flexzone1@gmail.com, all of our social media, flexzone1. And as always, hit that thumbs up. And if you're watching on X, join us on YouTube, the main hub for all things Flex Zone, as each and every day we got fresh content for you. And we'll be live tomorrow with the Baltimore Ravens post-game show following the game, recapping it as well. But enough about me. The guest reps that Chiefs Kingdom. Is the show that you need to know. It is my brother, Iowa's favorite son. He is repping that Chiefs Kingdom, ready for a showdown at Arrowhead. The one and only Juggernaut. What's up, my guy? Welcome in.
What up, Byron? How's it going? Oh, baby. This is a big week. Ravens and Kansas City Chiefs week. Oh, baby. Here we go.
Real quick, let them know you like the Chiefs. How did that start? And, how can they keep up with your channel?
So, yeah, I've been a Chiefs fan ever since I was little. Like, ever since I've been playing I played the whole old Madden games, and I always liked picking the Chiefs. I always liked their jersey colors, because it reminded me of McDonald's back in the day, okay? And also, I'm pretty close to Kansas City. That's the closest place. From Iowa, it's Kansas City. Like, we don't have a professional team here, so that's how I've always been a Chiefs fan. I'm always gonna be a diehard loyal Chiefs fan, even if we suck. Like, hey, I'll be a loyal fan. But yeah, and you
How
guys
can they
keep
keep
up.
up with you? Yeah.
So yeah, you guys keep up with my channel, the Juggernaut Show. And I post a lot of wrestling content on there. You guys already know me right here on the Flex Zone. And also, I have For the Kingdom podcast. That's my podcast where I talk about the Chiefs. I do preview shows. I do post-game shows. I do breaking news. I do everything about the Kansas City Chiefs. So definitely go hit that subscribe.
Yeah, check out Juggernaut Show right there on YouTube. He'll be with us as always. He is. What's up, everybody in the chat? Thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a great day. But as mentioned, 1-2 versus 1-2. Jugs, it's unbelievable to think that one of these teams will be potentially 1-3.
It's crazy.
How have you felt about your team so far early on, 3 games in? And how do you feel about the initial just preview of this game as a Chiefs fan?
Listen, so the beginning of the season has started out really slow for the Chiefs. I mean, well, to be honest, like ever since we lost a lot of our track star wide receivers, we haven't had all that speed like we used to, and so our scoring has kind of dipped a little bit as of late. And so so there's been a lot to be desired with the Chiefs. And some players making miscues like Travis Kelce, in that game against the Philadelphia Eagles. If he would have made that touchdown, who knows? We might have been talking about a different story. We could be 2-1 at this point. I mean, who knows? And also, we have some players suspended, and we got some injuries going on. It's just, there's a lot of things plaguing the Chiefs right now, like starting off very slow. And Patrick Mahomes, he's not getting all that protection right now. And making him, he has to scramble a lot more. He has to run the ball a lot more. More than what our running backs do, which that's not good when
he's your leading rusher, Jugs.
Yeah, he's our leading rusher.
Look at that. He's number one in passing and rushing.
He's number one at passing and rushing, which that's not good. Lamar Jackson used to kind of be that way. He used to be a quarterback that's a running back in a way. But yeah, that's not good when your quarterback is a leading rusher. That's not good at all. But yeah, there's a lot to be desired with the Chiefs. It's kind of ugly. It's been a slow start for us, to say the least.
Well, this game is on CBS today. As I read the preview, the Chiefs lead the series, Jugs, 8-4, and they met last season in Week 1, 27-21. Did the Chiefs win? Likely catch, which would have tied the game. ended up being overturned as his toe was out as well. Can't forget the 2023 AFC Championship game in Baltimore where the Chiefs won 17-10. And Baltimore's lone win since 2012 was in 2021 on what was that Sunday Night Football, 36-35. I think it was like a fumble that Owe forced as well. And Lamar Jackson is 0-3 in Kansas City as well. It was a 27-24 overtime loss. His rookie season, 33-28 in 2019, and last season, 27-20. How tough is it to play at Arrowhead? You've been there. Let the people know how tough it is to play in that environment because they start doing the chop, they get into it, the crowd is alive, and it's going to be beautiful weather tomorrow. I think they said 90 degrees.
Yeah, it is gonna be beautiful. Yeah, Arrowhead is a tough place to play. You know how Seattle, with the 12th man and all that. Well, Kansas City kind of became that for like I think we like broke the record. I don't remember what year it was, but we broke the decibels in the place. And like when you got all the fans and all the red and yellow doing the Arrowhead chop, it's hard to hear. It's hard for the opposing players, call out plays and so that place is a tough place to play, and especially when you get into playoff time, December, January, how cold it is there, Arrowhead be rocking. We'd be rocking when our team's on fire. But when we're not,
Definitely.
on fire, I mean, it could kind of be the place gets quiet. We get quiet in there.
Let's start, Jugs, with Patrick Mahomes. He recently turned 30 years old, and I wanted to show you something. You may have seen it about what he did in his 20s and where he ranks overall. Talk about Patrick Mahomes at this stage in his career. What do you think he has left? Still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You see first in wins, first in pass yards, first in pass touchdowns, tied first in Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, which is first most by any player before turning 30.
I mean, yeah, I think Patrick Mahomes still has a lot more to give. I mean, the sky's the limit still for him. Like he's still in his prime right now. Now, how many Super Bowls does he get? I don't know, but like he's definitely going to be getting more wins on there. His passing yards is going to keep going up from here, and he's probably going to be. I mean, he's definitely going to be in more Super Bowl appearances. But how many more he wins, I don't know. And there's always that you can go like, oh, is he going to be better than Tom Brady? And it's always about how many rings he get. If he doesn't get seven, if he doesn't get more than 7 rings, he's not going to be as good as Tom Brady. Everybody has their own different comparisons, their own scales, like who they say is the GOAT, who they say is the greatest of all time. So it's always different. But I think there's definitely Patrick Mahomes. The sky's the limit still for him. He's still doing great stuff, even when our team isn't doing that great.
I was going to say he's a leading rusher. He's doing it all.
Yeah.
Jugs, let's get to the end report. Some good news for you Chiefs fans as Xavier Worthy is set to return. What do you think about what he brings back to the offense as he is cleared to play? And glad the injury wasn't as serious. Good to have him back.
Yes, I'm happy we have Xavier Worthy back. Like, listen, that opens up the field for us more. Like, even with our player that we got from the New England Patriots practice squad, Tyquan Thornton, and Xavier Worthy. I mean, he's not as fast as Tyreek Hill, but I mean, still, we have more options out there now. Now that he's coming back, so he's going to be a crucial piece for us. Yes.
Mike Dana doubtful, Christian Fulton questionable, Ashton Gillette questionable, Creed Humphrey practice, Brian Cook practice, Hollywood Brown practice, Nick Bolton practice. So some of those linebackers going to be chasing Lamar Jackson, Charles Omenihu, Jalen Royals, Jawan Taylor. Jubbs, let's stick with the offense there. What is Jawan Taylor doing? Does he false start every play? It seems like he gets an early jump. I know people want him to get a false start. I mean, what is going on with him? Because he's playing right tackle. Josh Simmons, the rookie, at left tackle. What do you think about that and just the offensive line, which was the weak point of last season?
Yeah, I mean, I hate that he's always getting these false starts for us. Like, I don't know, maybe we need to bring in our I don't know who our second string is behind him, but we need to bring him in because like do something else because like he just keeps costing us. Like, say we get like a first down, oh no, we get flagged because there's a false start penalty or something happens, or a of an eligible receipt or an eligible person downfield. Like what? Like come on! Like please stop with these penalties. They just kill us. And penalties. They just against you guys. We do not want to get penalties against the Ravens at all.
And from an injury perspective for the Ravens, it was announced earlier in the week that Nnamdi Madubuike would be out. He is now placed on injured reserve. This just came out in the last hour or so with the neck injury. I said it earlier this week. I don't know if he plays the rest of the season, so he's out. Also, Broderick Washington, injured reserve, so they have to miss a minimum of 4 games. Brent Urban, Zaire Mitchell-Payton to the 53-man roster, CJ Okoye, and Josh Tupou from the practice squad to try to get some more defensive line help. So they'll miss at least the Chiefs, Texans, Rams, Bears. I mean, Jugs, these 2 teams have not had easy schedules. I mean, the Chiefs open in Brazil against division rival Chargers. Look how good they are. Probably could be 4-0 after tomorrow when they beat the Giants. Then you had to play the Super Bowl champion Eagles. Then you had to play, going to New York playing the Giants. Then you play the Ravens. And I think you even got to play the Lions coming up and the Commanders soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough. Our season is and even the Ravens' schedule is tough as well. Like I was looking at your guys' schedule, but I mean, at least week after we play you guys, it kind of gets a little easier. We play the Jaguars after that, so that'll be a nice little break there. But then we got to play the following week. We got to play the Lions Sunday Night Football, which I mean, at least that's at home. But still, it's gonna be a tough one. Yeah.
All right, Jugs. Let us get to your keys to a Chiefs win, and then I'll do mine for the Ravens. What are your keys to the game, and what are you looking forward to tomorrow at Arrowhead?
So the keys for the Chiefs to win. First of all, they need to start out fast. And our special teams, like with Harrison Butker, he can't be missing those extra kicks because that's going to be very crucial for us. Like I don't know what it's been up with Harrison Butker because he usually doesn't miss kicks. But these past few weeks, it's been that's been crucial for us. So we need to start out fast, and our special teams needs to be on point. Also, we need to get Travis Kelce. We need to get him more involved. I mean, he's kind of had a quiet season, to be honest. I think he should have retired last year, in my opinion. But he probably wants to get one more Super Bowl ring. I mean, he's already getting the ring, from Taylor Swift, but that's not the ring I want him to get. I want him to get in their Super Bowl ring. Okay. And I would say improving our running game as well, like with Isaiah Pacheco and getting more of getting who's our other running back? His name is blank in my mind right now.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. Yeah. Getting Kareem Hunt involved, which, I mean, our running game hasn't been all there right yet. So definitely getting those 2 guys involved. And then also Brashard Smith as well. He's our third running back that we brought in. So definitely getting our running backs involved. And then I also have to say our secondary. Our secondary actually played pretty good last week. We picked off Russell Wilson a few times. I mean, Russell Wilson. I mean, Lamar Jackson ain't going to be throwing those dumb passes like
But Trent McDuffie, Jugs. Trent McDuffie's former All-Pro. I said it in my preview earlier. He's a tough corner. He can play man-on-man. He can go one-on-one against Zay Flowers or somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but our secondary is definitely going to have to play really good. We're going to have to try to, get those balls pick off Lamar Jackson. But those are my keys for the Chiefs to win.
And going with the classic red Chiefs forms. I mean, they don't really switch it up, do they? Do the Chiefs?
No, they don't. I wonder if we're going to get, because I like those. I mean, this is a sidebar here. I kind of like those jerseys that the Cardinals had on Thursday.
Oh, so I did hear when I was watching the game. I don't know if you guys heard real quick. Everybody, as far as the rivalry jerseys, over the next 4 years, every team will participate and get rivalry jerseys. So when they play division games, so this year it's the NFC West and the AFC East. Then be 8 more teams over the next 3 years. So every team will get a rotation with the rivalry jersey. So be patient, Jugs. The Chiefs will get one.
Okay.
Yes. Hopefully it makes you a little happier.
But we usually don't switch it up. I mean, if we're playing at home, we usually wear our red and yellow, and then we're on the road, we wear our white and yellow jerseys. Yeah. But
definitely. First key I have is can't handle the blitz because Steve Spagnuolo is probably the best defensive coordinator ever. I've been saying that. He did it against Brady. He's done it with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, going up against the Eagles that year, the 49ers. So you guys blitz is crazy. As you see, the Ravens will be wearing white with the purple pants. So if you want to dress like your favorite Raven, we always like to throw the threads in there as well. We got to find a way to run the ball because the Ravens actually have not rushed for over 100 yards in the last 2 games. I just mentioned it. The wide receivers and the tight ends got to be able to beat man coverage because the Chiefs are going to play press man and they have some good corners. So I think it's going to be tough to throw the football at times. This could be a low scoring game. This could be the first team to 24, 25 wins. I mean, it could be that kind of ugly, grinded out field goal game. So we'll see. And score touchdowns in the red zone. With the Chiefs jugs, you guys are never dead. As long as there's time on the clock, you cannot take your foot off of the gas. You got to be pedal to the metal, all gas, no brakes. And you got to finish drives with touchdowns. We got to get 6 instead of 3, 7 if you make the extra point. But you got to score touchdowns in the red zone because Patrick Mahomes is so hard to beat in the clutch. When you guys didn't got to stop the run. And with that, keep Patrick Mahomes in the pocket because when he gets outside the pocket, he makes Mahomes magic. It is a real thing. A no-look pass. He'll throw from a weird arm angle. He'll lay his body 90 degrees and make a throw down the field. He'll make a play. Every Ravens and Chiefs game, he makes a play in the fourth quarter to win the game, whether that's a throw down the field, extending the drive with a run. That's what he does well as well. And got to tackle well because a lot of fast guys, Hollywood, Juju, Worthy will be back, so I'm sure they'll move him around. Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, you got to tackle well. I think the Ravens Jugs had 20 missed tackles against the Lions, so that was crazy. And then get off the field on third and fourth down. We know the Chiefs with Andy Reid are going to be creative and aggressive. They like to go for fourth downs. They will have third downs, which they will do different types of things like we saw on Monday with the Lions. Very
Also,
creative. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, there's a good thing that you brought up. I want us to do different things with our schemes. Like I want us to do like more jet sweeps, more like getting like doing changing up our scheme of things, like doing different things with our running backs, putting them out, doing different type of screenplays. Doing like some different doing like some different short passes because that's how we gotta do. We gotta get those quick passes off because we got that speed. But yeah, go ahead back to what you said.
No, I agree because I think even like I said with you guys, and we'll look at the schedule in a second. I'll get your thoughts. Even though you guys, whoever loses this game, I still think is a playoff team because, like you said, I think you guys' schedule gets a little bit easier. You get Worthy back, you're going to get Rice back. They may make a move at the deadline. Who knows? They may go get another receiver. Thornton has been really, he scares me a little bit because the Ravens have issues in the secondary sometimes and they give up big plays. And he's a fast guy. So I said you got to
and
tackle
your
well.
defense ranks 32nd right now, which that's last in the NFL right
Bro, they're
now.
last against the pass and the run, Jugs. The Ravens are never, they might be bad against the pass, but never against the run. They're 32nd against both, and they can't get any pressure either. Only 3 sacks all season, and Badabike had 2 of them, and he's now on IR. So, and my
And see
last one.
with the
Go.
Chiefs, we kind of have that complementary defense. Like, see, we kind of bend, but we don't break. See that's us right there. And even going back to our Super Bowls that we played in, the Super Bowls that we won, it seems like we might be out of it, but our defense is there to pick us back up, and then for Patrick Mahomes to get back on the field and do some magic, do some Patrick Mahomes magic. So I like that I like that our defense is like been very complimentary to our offense.
Real quick, Jugs, because also special teams, like you said, don't miss any kicks because on the road, tough environment. Don't miss any kicks or extra points and make a play on special teams. Maybe block a kick, maybe block a punt, maybe have a big return, maybe do something good. Punt the ball inside of the 10-yard line, maybe pin them at the 1. But the Ravens did that last week and the Lions went 90 yards twice. So I don't know. But we got to stop the run. Giving up 200 yards is ridiculous. But on the defensive side, we talked about Trent McDuffie. How do you think this defense is going to try to contain Lamar Jackson? Because they got Chris Jones up the middle, who's a beast. Karlaftis is good. I talked about Bolton, Dana, McDuffie, some of the defensive players things they're going to try to do to stop Lamar and Derrick Henry too.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to disguise like different plays. Maybe it looks like we're bringing a blitz, but then we send some guys back. But we're gonna have some guys that need to get to Lamar Jackson. I mean, Chris Jones is one of them. Josh Simmons is another guy. Yeah, we're gonna have to put some pressure on Lamar Jackson. And also, we have been defending the run pretty well. I mean, we kept Saquon Barkley contained pretty good again, with the Philadelphia Eagles. So hopefully we contain Derrick Henry pretty good. King Henry, I mean, it's always scary playing him. It's always scary playing him. But yeah.
He has fumbled the ball a little bit, so you guys may try to, like you said, whichever team maybe can get that takeaway on defense and maybe help out their offense or maybe score a defensive touchdown or get that strip sack, force that fumble, maybe that tip pass for an interception or something, could be the difference in the game.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Looking at the schedule, Judge, like you mentioned, if you do fall 1-3, you got at Jacksonville Monday night game, Detroit at home, Raiders at home. Never easy, but the Raiders, Commanders at home. So you got 2 Monday night games in the span of a month. You go to Buffalo before the
Ooh,
bye.
that's tough.
Yeah, then you got at Denver, the Colts, at Dallas, Houston, LA, Tennessee. Now down the stretch it gets a little bit easier. Tennessee. What you think, man? What you think about the schedule, man? Got to get some help.
Yeah, we definitely need some help. Like, listen, if we end September 2-2 here, hey, that's a W for the Chiefs. That's a W in my book. And then say we go on the road, beat Jacksonville. That should be a win. That should be. So that will help us out pretty good. And then Detroit, that looks pretty tough there. Like Detroit right now, they look like kind of like early Super Bowl. Like they could probably be in the Super Bowl this year. And then those Monday night. Oh, is that two? No. Las Vegas is in the Monday night game, but that's a divisional rival. We definitely beat them. Like Las Vegas is a weird team because I don't think they know their true identity right now. Like they don't know who they truly are. Like, are they good? Are they not good? So they don't really know what their identity is. And then of course we got Washington there, and then Buffalo. Oh, that's gonna be a crucial one. Like to be honest, I think that might be an L for my Chiefs, but who knows? Who knows what will happen?
Well, Buffalo always beat you guys in the regular season, and y'all beat them in the
But then
playoffs.
we beat them in the playoffs. Hey, you know what?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Buffalo has a cupcake schedule. They're going to be the number 1 seed again. I've been saying it all season. They're going to win probably 14 games because they're going to be so hard to beat. They play the Saints this week, by the way.
Yeah.
Else the ass coming. Yeah. So there you go. But there's a look at CJ Okoye. So seeing him up the middle this was during the preseason, so maybe he can help the Ravens. But we'll see what happens there for the Ravens. All right, Jugs, what is your prediction and score for the game? And maybe, an X factor or something that you think could decide the outcome of the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the prediction of the game is gonna be Chiefs win 27-24. It's gonna be a close one. It's gonna be a close game. And I say like our big X factor, it's gonna be we have to like force a fumble or something, like maybe Derrick Henry fumbles the ball. We return that. We've returned that for maybe like a touchdown. Something big. Our defense needs to score on a touchdown. But yeah,
That the offense of the Chiefs can match the Ravens offense. Now the Ravens are first in points, scoring over 30 a game.
mm-hmm. Yeah. We can't be starting out slow like we have in these past few games. Like we definitely got to be, firing on all cylinders. We got to, like I said, get going down the field really fast. Like I said, that Tyquan Thornton, like he's bringing me some hope.
He
And
scares me.
Xavier Worthy, like I said, it's nice to be having him back. And then when we finally get Rashid Rice back, I mean that leaves us so much options. And then we still got Travis Kelce in there because like he's not doing too bad.
And the Ravens struggle at times with tight ends because sometimes Roquan Smith struggles in coverage, and we got a rookie off-ball linebacker, Teddy Buchanan, who splits time with a third-year linebacker, Trent Simpson, who plays mainly special teams. So if there is some opportunities for your offense, it could be in the middle of the field if they get some time, because I think it's going to come down to can the Ravens get a pass rush because they haven't shown it all season, and can the Chiefs protect Mahomes? That's going to be a key too.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, you got to rep you got Jawan Taylor, but then the Ravens don't really get a lot of pressure. So do the Ravens blitz more? But when you blitz Mahomes, if you don't get there, he's throwing the ball over your head, like you said, to a Thornton or a Kelce or a Worthy. So it's going to be interesting to see. Do you like the 2.5 point spread? Ravens favorite? How many times have you heard the Chiefs underdogs at home? That's what scares me, because the Chiefs underdogs at home, Andy Reid. I mean, how great a coach is Andy Reid? I mean, he's the greatest coach right now in the NFL, right?
Yeah, he is a great coach. Yes. Yes, and for us to be underdogs, listen, I'm okay being underdogs because I think Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, all of us that they thrive being underdogs. They're like, hey, you can count us out. It's okay. We're okay being underdogs. So yeah.
Yes. I think Andy Reid has 274. He's like fourth on the list or something like that. So he is crazy. Well, he has 302 with regular season and postseason. So 274, 28 postseason wins, fourth place all time. So that's crazy.
That's
Andy
wild.
Reid. Yeah. And John Harbaugh used to coach for Andy Reid in Philly, a special teams coach. So crazy how that has come full circle there as well. So Jugs is going, you said 27-24, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
I'm going Chiefs 26-24. I just think Mahomes gonna make a play at the end. I think they somehow hit the ball last, and Mahomes does what Mahomes does, and he makes a play, and his defense falters yet again. I don't know how they're gonna get pressure. I think they'll be better stopping the run because I think the Chiefs are gonna get a great push in the line, but I just think Mahomes is gonna be able to get away enough with his legs and make up down the field. Two with Thornton, two with Worthy, two with Kelsey, and it could be like that AFC Championship game. 17-10, a defensive grinded out. Like I said, a lot. They're hyping up the game. Oh, two MVPs, the best two in the AFC potential. And the rivalry. The Chiefs have dominated the Ravens, and then we get these game sucks, and then the game is 13-10. It's not what we wanted it to be. I mean, it's a defensive game, but it could be could be some bad plays, and it could be both defenses playing well.
Let me ask you this question: What do you think the Ravens need to do in order to get to a Super Bowl? Like, what things like, yeah, what do you think they need to do?
I don't like the injuries. I think the teams that usually win the Super Bowl are one of the healthier teams, with their star players. So many injuries in the league now. It's what Joe Burrow is out. Jaden Daniels is out. Like I just showed you, Matabike, the best guy they had on defense to rush the passer, is out. So it's really who's healthy now. It's who could be healthy. So they healthy, and they gotta stop beating. They gotta stop turning the ball over or committing crucial penalties. And defensively, they have to find a way to close the game out. Like you said, the Chiefs, but don't break. They give up a touchdown, but when they need a stop or need a turnover, they get that. The Ravens, they give it up and give up the game when they score. That's what I think could happen again. They close.
And also, how do you feel about John Harbaugh? Because I've been hearing a lot of mixed things about him. Like, you think he's a coach for you guys? You think you guys need to find somebody else, or like, well, what do you think?
Most Ravens fans not like Harbaugh, and I get why they don't, but I think he is a good coach. I think he's a perennial top 5 coach. Now, I think what he needs to do, which I'm judging him on now, because when you're a head coach, you delegate a lot. You got offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, coaches on both sides of the ball. I want to see, knowing the issues that we have, knowing the injuries that have occurred out of his control, what do you do as a head coach to get the proper adjustments, to make the proper adjustments to empower your coordinators this week? We need to see adjustments made. We shouldn't see the same things we saw last week. Teams running down the field, guys wide open, not being able to generate some sort of pressure on the quarterback. So I want to see what he does making adjustments. I said I want to see this year what they do, because I feel like if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, they may need to make a change. But I can't blame John Harbaugh for, Mark Andrews dropping the ball last year. I can't blame John Harbaugh for an illegal man downfield or a holding penalty or a false start, or a missed tackle or a missed field goal or whatever the situation may be. So the players have to play. Coaches got to coach. Players got to play. But if they can overcome some of these injury issues, now the Ravens are as good as anybody on getting free agents off the street, getting undrafted guys, getting rookies to maybe play above themselves, guys that maybe are on another team that aren't being used, maybe making a trade and giving up minimal draft picks. They're really good at that. So I'm sure maybe, they got what? After this game, they have Houston and then the Rams, and I think they have a bye. So I would not be surprised if between now and the bye, they maybe add a player, that isn't on the roster or on the practice squad, and maybe try to bolster the pass rush if it's still an issue. But like you said, with the Chiefs, schedule gets a little bit lighter. No Joe Burrow in the AFC North. The Steelers are hot and cold. The Browns are the Browns. They're probably going to finish last like they always do. So the Ravens have as good a chance as anybody to win a division, which gets you at least a home game in the playoffs. Now, like I said to you, can they go to Kansas City and beat you guys if they have to go there? Well, this year you may not be a home team, but can they go to Buffalo and beat Buffalo in the cold, in the wind, in the inclement weather? I think they can, but I just think like we saw the last time they played Buffalo, they couldn't close. Last time they played Kansas City at home, AFC Championship game, couldn't close. Last year, first game of the year, couldn't close the toe. Whatever it may be, they just can't seem to get it done. So this year, I'm gonna let it play out. I'm gonna see what they do. I'm gonna see how John Harbaugh makes adjustments. I like that he doesn't call out his players, because guys are real pussified in today's, athletics, and we watch pro wrestling, they're very sensitive. So, you don't want to call out your players. You don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but it's a way to say things. So he says things that doesn't offend anybody, that doesn't, call anybody out, make them look bad in front of the media. And, he's a player's coach. It seems like guys do like playing for him. I just don't like how certain players sometimes don't get utilized. Like we have players that should be playing that aren't. Trying to figure out what they're doing with that. Hopefully, like I said, that's part of the adjustments I want to see them make. Like I said, the NFL season is like, it's 4 quarters. Every 4 games, you judge yourself. Like you said, at the end of the month, one of these teams is going to be 1-3. But these are 2 as good a teams as anybody that can go on a run. Like I said, I still think the Chiefs will make the playoffs. Even if they don't win the division, you might be a wild card. But do you want to play Kansas City in round 1 of the playoffs? No. That's a tough out. So, until the Chiefs are out of it, you can't count them out. Like I said, even though the Chargers right now are 4-0, the Chargers' history isn't great.
To be honest, the Chargers they don't look like
they charge her. They charge her. They remember all them years they went 14-2 and 13-3, and they didn't even make the Super Bowl. They only got to one AFC Championship game, I believe. So, I mean, I think it's doable for the Ravens because I think Lamar Jackson right now is the best quarterback in the league. He may not be the most clutch.
The Giants are bringing in Jackson Dart this week. Okay. Hopefully Jackson Dart can throw off them Chargers. Actually, I'm picking the Chargers this week. But hey, but I'm putting the Chargers on the upset alert. I'm putting them on the upset alert this week.
Okay, real quick, let's go around the league real quick. How you feel about some of these games this week? Let me do that. We saw how'd you feel about the Thursday game? The Seahawks beat the Cardinals 23-20 on the last.
Yeah, that's how I expected that game to be close. It's a divisional game. I had the Seahawks winning, so I expected the game to be like that. Also, I really liked those Cardinal jerseys. Like I said earlier, those white jerseys, like those rivalry jerseys, those were nice. Yeah.
Anything else you're looking forward to this week?
Vikings at Steelers. That's going to be an interesting one. An international game. Where's that being played over in Ireland? I think.
Ireland. Yeah, Ireland. Yeah. Get you a Guinness and watch the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings to win there. Yeah, they're gonna win here. Yeah, I just don't really trust the Steelers. I don't trust Aaron Rodgers and all that. So yeah, I'm going with the Vikings to win. Commanders.
No Jay Daniels.
Yeah, no Jay
Daniels. No Terry McLaurin either.
Yeah, but I don't know what the Falcons really have. I still got the Commanders. They're gonna win still. Yeah.
14.5 point spread. Do the Bills cover? Not do they win? Do they cover?
They're definitely gonna be covering the spread in this game. The Saints are on their way to a first round pick for first pick of the draft. Bills win. Yeah, Bills win big.
Looking at some of these quarterbacks in college, do you want the number 1 pick? We'll see. Browns, Lions. Yeah, Browns,
Lions. Lions win easy right here. But hey, that was pretty crazy when the Browns beat the Packers last week.
It's no league like the NFL, Jugs. 1 week you could be, the hottest team in the NFL. Next week you could lose to the worst team in the NFL and no one would bat an eye. It's just it's so crazy how the talent is so close.
And we got the Panthers at the Patriots. I think this game is closer than what people think. Both teams are pretty similar with each other. But I'm going to go with Drake May and the Patriots to win here, though. Yeah.
You said you're putting the Chargers on upset alert?
I'm putting them on upset alert, but I'm still picking them, though, unfortunately. I'm still going with the Chargers, but they're on upset alert. Yep.
Eagles, Buccaneers will be good.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. Oh, man. But I'm still picking the Eagles and Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley and them. Yeah, I mean
They're like how you guys used to be. Remember winning all those close games, pulling victory from the jaws of
yeah.
defeat,
I
blocking.
thought the Rams were. I thought the Rams were going to beat them last week, but then that blocked field goal. Oh my god, that's crazy. That was wild. But yeah, I'm going with the Eagles to win. And then we got AFC South matchup. Got that. Oh my gosh, yeah. Can the Texans actually win a game? Are they going to win a game this week? I don't know. I don't think they're going to end up being 0-4 here. So I'm going to go with the Texans this week. That's when they get it done. They beat the Tennessee Titans. We got the 3-0 Colts. We got Danny Dimes going against the Rammies. Yeah, the Rams get the win here. They're not losing.
Agreed.
And then we got the Jaguars at the 49ers. Yeah, for the 49ers win easy right there. And of course we already picked that game. And then we got the Bears and the Raiders. Yeah. Go ahead and give me the Bears. The Bears are gonna win. Yep, Bears are winning.
Okay.
And then we got the Packers at them Cowboys. I'm going with the Packers. Yeah, Jordan Love and Packers are gonna be winning here. Yeah.
And a Monday night double dip.
Oh Lord, it's kind of mind-boggling that the Ravens and the Chiefs aren't a primetime game. Like even the Sunday night game or even one of these Monday night games. Like you got the Jets and the Dolphins. The Jets and the Dolphins.
Both 0-3, by the way.
Both 0-3. Listen,
I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets beat the Dolphins. Not saying they will, because I picked the Dolphins, but wouldn't be surprised.
I'm picking the Fins. The Fins are going to get the wins.
For Papa Jugs.
For Papa Jugs, yes. But even though they, it's kind of crazy to think about. Like the Ravens and the Chiefs and like the Panthers, like we're kind of like sitting like all in the same boat. It's kind of weird for me to say that out of my mouth right now.
Nobody's out of it, bro. It's only week 4. That's why
it's only
you gotta
week
relax.
4.
The season's not over yet. You got a long way to go. We got time.
But the Dolphins ain't gonna do much this season. But yeah, I'm picking them to win here though. And then the Bengals at the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me the Denver Broncos to win. Yeah.
Agreed. I think that could get ugly. I think that could be by double digits. Don't be surprised.
Yeah.
Mark, college is starting to get very competitive because you got NIL, transfer portal, guys going to other schools to get an opportunity and get more money.
Speaking of college,
it's a lot of
college.
Yes, go ahead.
USC, they got a big win over Illinois today. That was nice.
Illinois, Illinois won.
No, Illinois didn't win.
They kicked the last second field goal.
Did they really win?
Yes.
What?
You didn't see that?
I guess I didn't watch the end of the game because I turned on the Iowa game, which I don't know how Iowa's doing right now. They kicked the field goal. Ah, shit. Hold on, let's see this.
Yeah, just.
Ain't no way. What? Oh my god. I thought USC was going. I thought they for sure had it there. Okay then. There we go. I wonder how the Hawkeyes are doing. How they doing there?
Florida State lost to Virginia last night. That was a good game. Arizona State beat TCU. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Georgia Tech escaped with a win. Who else? Alabama, Georgia tonight. Oregon, Penn State. I'm picking Oregon, by the way. I think Georgia dominates Alabama by double digits, though. Tennessee, Mississippi State tied up. I was up by 3.
I was on top. Hey, when top 25 teams, sometimes they come into our place. We throw them off. We throw some Giants off. So hey, we might be throwing off Indiana. Hopefully.
Y'all got a good defense, man. Y'all got a good defense.
But yeah.
LSU losing to Ole Miss 17-7.
And Ohio State and Washington, that don't surprise me.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I'm surprised USC won because they got the win here. They for sure got it. Turn off the game too early.
Well, Marcus, because you got to have a quarterback. If a quarterback, you don't have nothing. So you got to take that swing. And a lot of misses happen because it's a very hard position to find. Maybe the hardest in all the sports. So that's why they all want to draft them again next year, no matter how good or mediocre they are. All right, Jugs, I think that's all we got, man. Any thought on how to keep up with you? And you'll be joining us for the post-game show as well on tomorrow evening after the game.
Yeah, so you guys can keep up on my channel right down there. The Juggernaut Show. Got a lot of wrestling content. Got wrestling content on there. Do reviews, do watch-alongs, do vlogs. Also, I got my For the Kingdom podcast on there as well. I do preview shows each week. I do post-game shows. So if you are a Chiefs fan, definitely come over to my channel, hit that subscribe. You definitely want to stay in the know with all my coverage for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, check out Jugs right there down below, the Juggernaut Show. We got some wrestling coming up. You're going to be joining us for WWE NXT No Mercy.
I will be there. I will be there for No Mercy tonight. Yes, I will. Definitely looks like an interesting show tonight.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for an NXT show for once. But as mentioned, Jugs will be with us today for the preview, NXT, and tomorrow for the post-game show. Appreciate you, brother. I'll see you in a few. Go ahead, get out of here. I'll close it on down. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell. For Jugs, check out his channel. We'll be live tomorrow after the Ravens game. And yeah, let us know any other thoughts you have. Super chats are open. Go ahead and hit the Cash App. Vote on the poll. Subscribe to Jugs' channel. Let's keep pushing his subscribers up as well. And you'll see him tomorrow for the Ravens and Chiefs post-game show. And he'll be covering the Chiefs all season on his channel as well with wrestling content he does as well. Only place giving you sports how you want them when you need it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We will be live for NXT No Mercy. If you're into that, come join us at 7 p.m. Eastern, so in about 35 minutes. And we got you covered there as well. As mentioned, crazy day of college football and NFL tomorrow. We do it again. For Jugs and everybody in the chat, thank you for watching. We both picked the Chiefs. I'm a realist, but we'll see what happens, how it plays out. I think these teams will still be fine, but one of them will be 1-3 after tomorrow. We'll see you in a few for NXT right here on the Flex Zone. Have a good day, everybody. Peace.